Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Piney Woods Coaches Clinic here in Longview, Texas. We are here with the head coach of the Braswell Bengals, Coach Cody Moore. Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us this morning.
Absolutely. Glad to do it.
All right, Coach. Obviously, Coach King and Coach Norton done a great job with the speaker list. A lot of awesome speakers, a lot of football knowledge being exchanged. Why the Piney Woods Clinic? Why'd you decide to come out here? And what's your philosophy when you kind of go to coaches' clinics? Are you looking to listen to the offensive guys, the defensive guys? You try to catch a little bit of everything.
Well, they've done a really good job here. This is the first time I've been here, and my philosophy when I come to these things is I want to go listen to a guy that I'm interested in. But what it does for me is I like to go in and then try to set up another visit maybe at their school to where we can sit down and I can get a little more in depth with philosophy that I may be interested in.
Get on the whiteboard a little bit and get on there and run some X's and O's?
Yeah, and depending on the speaker, you're going to get good info, I think, and the guys that have spoken here have done a great job. But again, you hear something at a clinic and you go, man, that's really good. I'm very interested. And then you try to set up a meeting where you can go visit with that person.
Because at a clinic, it's more high level. They only have a certain amount of time. They have to let the next speaker come on. But when you get out to the school and you get to watch an off season or get to spend 2 or 3 hours, you can get a lot more in depth, right?
Exactly.
All right, now Braswell, you guys are in year 4 coming up in 2019. You guys have gotten a little bit better every year. You're improving. I know 2019. I know you guys really have a goal to try to get into the playoffs and take that next step. From your philosophy, what are you and your coaches really harping on with your kids this offseason, and what do you think needs to be done for you guys to take that next step? Because sometimes it's always tough to make that first big leap, right?
Absolutely. I think we're on the right track. We've gotten better each year. I love the direction that the program is going. I love, the way that our staff is structured. I think we've got a great staff. We've got great young kids. Our sub-varsities were very successful this past year. And we played, the thing, obviously you want to get in the playoffs and getting in that. And the thing that I was most proud of this year is, we were playing meaningful games in November. So to me,
that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, kind of taking that next step and getting that experience was really good.
And your administration, I know, is super supportive. Denton ISD has had successful football programs and successful in a lot of other sports as well. How important is that to have a successful administration backing you, not only at the campus level but on the district level?
I don't think there's a better district than Denton ISD when it comes to support you're going to get, the things that they're going to give you. That also comes with expectations, which I wouldn't want it any other way. They give you everything that you need to be successful. And, in return, you go win games. And you can see that across the board with the Denton ISD football programs and the other sports as well. Athletically, they're going to support you. Our AD is the best in the state of Texas. He is phenomenal to work for. And so from that perspective, it's as good as it gets.
How big of a challenge? I've talked to some coaches who when realignment comes around and they're in a 9-team district, it's really a challenge because you're not only is it the district schedule so long, but I think an underrated part of it is you're jumping into meaningful games really early. So you've got to know how important do those 2 non-district games are, and then also does your scrimmage take on a little more importance because it almost is like a non-district game because you got to get ready so fast.
Yeah, I've never been in a 9-team district, and being in one this past year, you figure out pretty quick you got to be playing. I've talked for years about playing your best football at the right time, and we don't need to be playing our best football week 2 or 3. Well, now you need to be playing pretty good at that point, and because those games are meaningful and they have a lot to do with getting in, and so it's been a unique experience for me just because. You're jumping in week 3 and it's go time. And so you do put a little more importance on that scrimmage and then those 2 non-district games too. So,
all right, Coach, final question for you. The Dave Campbell's crew, we love to get out there and eat and talk a little food with our football before games. So next time we get up to your way to cover a game, or we're in your neighborhood coming to watch a practice, where do we need to? Where's your spot to go eat pregame?
Yeah, that's interesting. Our area is a pretty unique area, but if I'm going to eat somewhere and I'm going to Braswell High School, I'm going to hit up Fuzzy's. That's where I'm going.
What's your go-to there?
Man, I get the tacos almost every time.
You a beef or chicken guy?
Well, I roll with the pork, the beef, and the shrimp. And
A little bit of everything, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Are you like that when you go to barbecue restaurants? Do you want a little brisket, little ribs, little salt? You get a little bit of everything?
I'm always going to get brisket, though.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Well, good deal. Coach, appreciate your time. Thanks for what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas, and good luck in 2019.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.